Okay, so today we're going to be looking into replacing the radiator on this guy. I want to try to do a step for step, tell you how to do it because it's pretty complicated. I don't know if I do it the right way, but we'll do our best. So to get to the radiator, you have to move this shroud, which is attached to this grill, and this grill, which is attached to the bumper. These two pieces stay together. I'm pretty sure there's a way to take them apart, but for this, we're going to keep them together. First thing, we got to remove these 6 little twist rivets, twist nuts, twist retainers, I guess. So just got to remove those real fast. Okay, so now that we got these removed, you got to get the 2 retaining nuts, or bolts. You got to get the 2 retaining bolts that hold in the bumper right here. And basically you pull back the wheel well, and I don't know if you can see it right there. There's one on each side, so gotta get those removed. Okay, so with these 6 removed, you'll be able to pull this back and pop it off like that. Same with this side. With the bumper bolts removed, then you can start pulling on that. That pulls that off. Now, we run into a problem where this and this are still attached somehow. There is 2 retaining attachments. There's 2 retainers. There's one on this side and one on this side that are back behind this grill. So, to get the rest of this grill off, so you got these 6 retainers off, to get the rest of this grill off, you got a little hole right here. I'm trying to get a good picture of it. Okay. So you got this little hole right here, and in it is a little square retainer. You have to twist it to get it through a square hole. You cannot see this. You just have to twist it and kind of guess. And once you're able to, you can literally pull this and pull that part out. You have to do it on both sides. So at this point, we have the bolts on both sides of the bumper taken off. We have all the retainers on top here taken off. And you have the square retainer in there that hopefully is popped out by this point. The next part is, because you can't remove the bumper yet because there's 2 retainer back here behind the grill, you have to be able to take the grill off. So, when you're back here, you have all these little clips sitting down here that you have to be careful and try to remove. Basically, they go all the way from one side to the other. Thing is, you can't really reach this one unless from the bottom, but I haven't tried. So, it looks like I already have that side out. Then you gotta get down here and get this little clip down here. Okay, now I got most of them off. Got this last one here, same type of clip, but you can't really get to it, so you just gotta pull it off. And there's your front grill. So now that grill off, you have access to the 2 retaining bolts, 2 retainers for the bumper down here, which is this guy and this guy over here. Apparently, I've already lost them. So once you have those off, then you start pulling this bumper off all the way around. Now, probably to make it easier access down below, you probably want to take off the front skid plate area, but I want to see if I can do this without taking it off, and I doubt it's going to work. Okay, just pull it off and set it on the ground. So once you have that on the ground, this actually gives you access to your headlights if you need to replace them. You got your bolt there, bolt there, bolt there, and your bolt there, and that will remove the entirety of his headlight. Okay, hey, this is Gary from the future. I just wanted to step in and you know, maybe give some suggestions of what to take off at this point. So I had to take off both headlights, both of these side panels. They sit along here, and I had to take off the entirety of the bash bar. I did try to take this off to see if I could slide it upward, the radiator, but I don't think I needed to. But it's really easy to take off and put to the side, so I would suggest doing that just in case. I'm trying to get this radiator out, and a lot of the forums I read say you have to evac the AC unit. That way you can remove the AC radiator. I'm sorry, I don't know part names, but I read a comment on YouTube on a different video saying, hey, they're able to remove it without messing with the AC system too much. I know it's just a comment, but I think it's worth a try. That way I don't have to, spend the time and money to do that. Just try to be very careful, and we'll see how that goes. So, first I'm going to remove this plug off of this item right here. Not sure what it is. And then there's these two clips. So the way it looks is that this sits inside this little bevel here. That's a part of the radiator and has a little clip up here. So we're going to try to remove that. Just going to try to get... Basically what I'm going to try to do is, since I need two hands with this, I'm going to try to get the screwdriver down here and lift it, because this is what's clipping it in. Same with both sides. Okay, so I was able to lift it out, but it got caught up on here. It looks like you need to take out this little shroud piece, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay, we'll see if we can lift it up enough to pull it off to the side. Okay, so I was able to pull it off up here and over these little brackets for it. So I'm going to try to find a way to hook it onto here so it can hang off of these connecting points. Probably some wire or something just to keep it out of the way, but also not damage itself. Okay, so success. We got now the cooling system, or the AC radiator part here, suspended. No longer a part of the radiator. So, yeah, looks like that works. Next thing we have to do is, which, I mean, I guess you could probably take this and swing it out more. That way, I probably don't want to mess with the tubing as much. As you can see, I was able to get it up pretty high. Like, it goes well above the bash bar. And that's what you're going to have to do to get it out. Yeah, so now we got to figure out how to take out this radiator. Obviously, we'll need to take out these, but got to figure out the hosing. Okay, so I wasn't able to record the actual removal of it, but I'm just going to talk you through what I had to do to get it out. So, on the fill cap side, there's the one hose going in that had two clamps on it. So I was able to get, slide one off, but then I had to wait till I could pull out the radiator bit to get the second one to pull off that hose. Now on this side you have three hoses. There's the exit hose down there, which is fairly easy to get off. You just had to be able to get behind there to get that clamp. And then there's the two smaller hoses on this side. So yeah, there's your filler cap hole that had two of the clamps on there. Then your exit, which had one clamp, and then these two smaller hoses. Now for the cooling radiator for the AC system, that one I was able to pull out a little bit. But basically, once you're able to pull it out, you got to be able to pull out enough to get it out of the bottom seats and not clip onto this, because that will completely stop it. The point of taking off the bash bar was so you could slide it out through this way, and it's all very tight. So to test a radiator, I don't know if this is a correct way of testing it. The way I see it, it's water level high, so it'll show any leaks underneath. So basically I flipped up on my wheelbarrow here, all the fittings facing upward, and as you can see there's some green corrosion. Not sure if that's part of the issue, but I think it might be. Oh, if you go underneath here, don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, it's currently leaking water. And if you look down this way, underneath where that corrosion spot is, we have a pool of water right there. So definitely my radiator, so we'll get that replaced. Okay, well that seems to do it. Going to get the new radiator. Hope this helped everybody. I knew there wasn't many video demonstrations on how to do it. Yeah, I'll put up a video when I put the new one back in.